Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age. So I have crafted this shield, I crafted one for Cassandra, also modified Cassandra's armor and weapons, added to that with some basic iron, and that's it. And now I'm going to talk to Cassandra over here. Hello. Love is in the air. I mean, I like this. Yeah, this.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing?
What?
What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
Oh, you know what happened? Okay, so I was wondering why the subtitles weren't coming up all the time. There was an update and it reset all my settings. I need to turn the subtitles back on. Darn it. Okay, let's investigate.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
I I don't know what to do here. You don't think I'm the chosen? Sure.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
Okay.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
Well...
You're asking a dwarf?
You're a surface dwarf. I've known some, like Varric, who... I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
I was looking for a little bit more sarcasm in the I'm a dwarf. A little bit more comedy, but... Alright, there's Cassandra. New Templar? Huh. Let's head in. We still have to see the Alchemist and Quartermaster, too? Never really did explore this place, did I? Hello?
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of Andraste?
You probably can.
You're awake and out of Lady Cassandra's clutches. And here I paid that little knife ear to inform me the moment you were free. No matter, no matter. Segret, honored to meet you. Thank you for all you've done, and hopefully will still do.
Don't like that he called her a knife ear, but okay.
What do you think I'll be doing exactly?
Word's already spreading that if anyone can close that blighted thing in the sky, it's you. Anything you need is yours. For a reasonable price, of course. Supplies are a little tight, given the circumstances.
What kind of person stays to run a shop at a time like this?
The kind with nowhere else to go. Those blasted demons destroyed most of my goods. If I stay here, work some contacts, I can start rebuilding. Maybe, just maybe, help you folks out in the process.
Okay.
You must speak with most everyone here. How are people doing?
Hope and fear in equal measure. No one really knows what it means when an Inquisition is called. Yet. And everyone's sort of digesting the idea of a dwarf maybe, possibly, being sent by Andraste herself. It's, not really what anyone was expecting. Herself included, I wager.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay. Most likely going to be selling more than buying. Yeah. Alright, let's go to sell. Great sword. We'll try to keep one of every class. The top damage of one of every class. Mind Leech staff. Yeah. Does do fire damage. I would like to try and keep every kind of damage for the staff. Especially fire, since he can't cast fire. I'll sell that. Masterwork Stiletto, I suppose we will keep with the Snake Blade. Lightning. What is this? Great Axe. Don't need the buckler, don't need the sword. Still need to equip that to Cassandra. So we won't sell that. 2% bleed's not that much. 5%, eh. Increase ability duration by 30%. I'll keep that. 2% bleed on him. I guess we'll keep that. Probably should give that to Varric or something. Sell all valuables. Alright, got a lot of money. Lot of money. That's the blacksmith, I think? Yes, okay. Hey, Varric. Ah,
Now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
and now the subtitles are back. What the heck? This is bullshit.
I'm just glad I'm still standing after all that.
I still can't believe you survived Cassandra. You're lucky you were out cold for most of her frothing rage. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
You good man, Varric.
I'm I'm still not sure I believe that any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Thanks for the pep talk, Varric. Day 3. Less thrashing. Some response to stimulus. Vital seems solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the chantry to kill my patient. All this work to save his life, and will they just execute him? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect him to wake before the morn. I suppose that's talking about me. Don't think they want to execute me anymore. That looks like something's gonna happen.
When will you be able to get us the crafting supplies we need?
When they're ready, piss off.
Alright.
If you've got lyrium to sell, Commander Cullen is handling all purchases. Oh, you're him. Thren, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
Indeed.
How does someone end up as Quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Tenloge Magtir, best
Oh.
commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion. Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
I mean, Loghain is a traitor.
That attitude, I can't imagine how you made enemies in Denerim.
People just don't want to hear the truth. I was at Ostagar, and I know what really happened. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal. Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Leliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
I'm making this Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything that could help our people. Here, take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site. Maybe Varric can get our troops better weapons.
Hey, I found a logging site.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Alright, before I forget, again. Okay. Yeah, we can do this. Yep, there it is. Logging site and the iron. Our soldiers require additional weapons if they are to be effective. Reward 1 power. Yeah. Gotcha. Dwarf puzzle box. Oh, Drake Stone and a... Oh, well, I don't have the obsidian. I did have the Drake Stone until I used it all. It's fine, we'll get some more.
The Inquisition can use that.
Hello, Leliana.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust?
Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
I mean, you could blame her killers.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her?
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
These are your problems. I like to be helpful.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Okay. So, now, what's up with all this?
Killed the most holy.
Ah.
Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back
okay.
already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
Oh, they dispersed really quickly.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Random clerics. Not important enough to be at the Conclave. I like this guy.
I don't know. The Inquisition seems about as functional as any young family.
How many families are on the verge of splitting into open warfare with themselves?
Yes, because that would never happen to the Chantry.
Centuries of tradition will guide us. We are not the upstart, eager to turn over every apple cart.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
Do you?
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
Oh boy.
Just like that. Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you.
The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart. Always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Deventer Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. Excuse me. That's cool. I'll just go around this way.
Though you had granted them power over the very Fade itself, though they sang hymns to me, child, unending, I shall embrace you in my arms.
Oh. Maybe we're not supposed to be down here yet. Founding the Chantry. Cordelis Dracon, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year 15 Ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 Ancient, or -3 Ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Dracon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste, and was crowned the ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the Empire. Okay. Sorry, I had to yawn there. Playing this late into the night. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Alessa of Jesus. Come on, eyes. Mont-Simard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. Whew, okay. How about we just go back upstairs and listen to... No, we'll read that later.
Wishes to verify. Greetings, Herald of Andraste. How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power. But remember those who would help you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I've offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are people here?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of a divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
Good point.
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Oh, alright.
Farewell.
Until next time.
Some places we're going to be visiting in the future, it sounds like.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked his life to slow the magic of the breach. Master Kadash, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven.
Oh.
House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Huh.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denner, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Demons are pouring from the sky, and you're worried about land claims.
Haven is the d'Aurelion's rightful property.
Has Empress Selene officially acknowledged your possession of Haven? I was unaware Her Imperial Majesty had conferred with Ferelden's monarchs on this matter.
The Empress has not yet had the opportunity to do so.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Might stay. There's a breach in the sky, man!
Do the Durelians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I would imagine so.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
Good point.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time.
For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montilier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Of course. Turn in research. Enemies dropping. Oh, yeah.
If you find anything, please
What?
bring it in.
Oh, I wonder if they're considered valuables because I know I've picked some up.
Please bring it in. You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
Did I?
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
Okay, now can I do it?
If you find anything, please bring it in.
I'm trying. Is there anything else I can talk to you about?
Hello? Can I help you with something?
You said Cassandra has you researching creatures.
Yes. If you find anything interesting in your travels, I'd appreciate you bringing it to me. I may be able to find some weakness our soldiers can exploit when fighting various creatures. At the least, some materials are useful for making potions or gear for the Inquisition.
Okay.
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Summon War Council. Yeah, so let's finish up this video by building those watchtowers, hopefully. You now have access to missions. Mission operations take time and bring the Inquisition resources and rewards. Only one mission per advisor can be active at a time. Some missions have a preferred type, which results in less time required when undertaken by the associated advisor. Missions may also provide different rewards depending on which advisor completes them. You know, when you just play a game, you're really enjoying it, you just play it a little too long and your mind gets a little fuzzy. Well, that's what's going on. Alright. Forces. Endurance training fit for a soldier. Okay. Well,
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
so this must be the perks here? Developing keen eyes and an inquisitive mind. Training in the fine arts of persuasion. Oh, okay. Grants 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. Thanks to a few well-placed acquaintances and a carefully crafted reputation, merchants will pay the Inquisition 10% more for items sold to them. Discount. Procedures can leverage the organization's reputation to purchase a shipment of rare and valuable raw materials for crafting. That sounds pretty good. Procures to buy a shipment of high-quality materials for their craftsmen. Okay. Inquisition. Wow. Inventory capacity by 15. Adds one more potion slot for all party members. Opens up new dialogue options related to criminal activities and grants 50% XP for each codex entry unlocked. Grants a 5% increase in XP earned from killing foes. Reduces by 5% the time it takes for Colin to complete operations. Oh, for getting Lord Baron. Okay. And we should have one of these already because we got, yeah, Witty Writs. Reduces by 5% the time it takes for Leliana to complete operations. That's cool. Okay. 10% chance to receive extra herbs with each harvest. Significant increase to the discovery range of the searching action. Gain a collection of tier 1 herbs. Let's do... that. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Scout the hinterlands. Build watchtowers. The refugees in the hinterlands face threats from bandits, demons, and apostate mages, and Templar deserters. Building watchtowers in the area will help Inquisition forces ensure the safety of refugees and farmers. The appropriate building sites have already been marked. 57 minutes. I think this doesn't... I don't think you have to be in the game. I think time just kind of passes. I assume it's connected to the time on your desktop. I don't know. We'll see. Leliana can't do this. My soldiers will have those towers up in short order.
To work?
Cool. Just ticking down. Rescue soldiers missing in Ferelden. Gather coin. The Carta gets its cut. Scout the Storm Coast. The Tehran Highhaver. Harden Hightown 3 Varric's Revenge. Well, before we do that, we should probably rescue some soldiers. Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy reaches of southern Ferelden. Because the region is largely uncharted, finding them will be difficult, but the Inquisition advisors are determined to find out what happened, and, if possible, bring their people back alive. Oh, I wonder if this is just like another area. It is a scouting mission. Oh, I can't touch it, like double click? There we go. Yep, new area unlocked. The missing soldiers have been found in a bog called the Fellow Mire. They are being held hostage by a Var who demands to meet the Herald of Andraste if the Inquisition wants to see its people alive again. I accept your report. Not now. Okay, so yeah, that was... We need to still do this hinterlands. My goodness, there's so many things to do. No more scouting. Up until now, the Inquisition forces have had the benefit of the Chantry's deep coffers. Now the Inquisition is forced to seek out its own sources of revenue if it is to grow and going to grow further. Trade in and out of Haven is limited at this point, but there are various opportunities to earn coin, provided the Inquisition is willing to focus its efforts on the matter. I'm assuming that's something maybe not super important. What's going on in Orlais? Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. Oh boy. Recommended levels 4 to 7. Oh boy. That's something we're gonna have to go and do, I think. Oh, let's finish this up in a next episode. You know what? Okay, no. Before we do that, let's assign some people and do other things. So, we'll do Harden Hightown, because that just sounds funny. Ruffles. I need a favor. Actually, let's call it a loan, since I'll pay it back. I got a letter from my editor in Kirkwall today. She tells me that Harden Hightown 3, The Repunching, appeared in print from an Antivian printer a couple weeks ago. I'll give you a moment to contemplate the horror that is that title. I had my contacts in the Merchants Guild look for the author a couple years back. The best they could find out after spending a couple hundred gold was that Feral Bellenforth is a pen name. I could have told them that for free. You've got contacts with the Antivan print houses. Maybe you could find out more than that guild. If the author hasn't evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him.
Let's see what we have.
Okay. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them. Filthy savages tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Oh, I would have thought Josephine would... okay. Ah, yes, Lord Kildarn, a pariah even among his peers. Let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. Alright, cool.
Let us begin.
There we go, we've assigned everybody a mission. And I think we'll just fast travel back to... Can we not do that? I guess we can't do that from here anymore. Really? Okay. We'll have to ride out then, apparently. So thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all next time. Take care.